We are here with Terry Williams, a running back for the Calgary Stampeders with Rising Athletes. Thank you, Terry, for coming out to do this interview with us.
Thanks for having me.
At what age did you start playing football, and describe what sparked your interest?
I've been playing football since I say about 7, 8. Just being outside with all my friends. Everybody used to play football. My older cousins were really good. That later went on to the league, so I just always followed in their footsteps, and that's all we knew. We played so many sports: football, basketball, soccer, baseball, everything. So football was my main thing. I fell in love with it the first time I put pads on, so I've just been going along with it.
As a child, who did you look up to and respected in the game of football?
A lot of people probably be mad at me if I don't name everybody, but my cousin Jeremy Tucker, Giles Tucker, my boy Scooter Reynolds, so many people I can name. It's endless. They all played a big contribution in my life, and just I always wanted to be like them. And then other people that I never even met, pro athletes, I always wanted to be like them. Follow them, and just that's it's crazy. That's all I ever wanted to do, is follow in their footsteps and just be just as great as they was.
So all athletes face adversities in their sport. Describe any challenges that you've experienced attending Kutztown.
Well, first of all, it was grades. First year I went there, when I transferred from a junior college in Arizona, I wasn't eligible, so I just sat out a whole year, and they didn't really know too much about me. So, they gave me a runaround in the beginning. They said, maybe we'll bring you in, we'll see what happens, and they finally brought me in, and just trying to be eligible, stay eligible, because I sat out a year before I was actually able to play, and that was the biggest thing for me, because I wasn't really good at school. And transition from that, trying to make the team, and then after making the team, trying to make a starting position. I got into fights with my coaches at Kutztown. Argued. There's times I wanted to quit because I just, I was losing the love for it. Just based on where I was at, and I just kept sticking with it. My cousins, who I was with, it was dormant with at the time, told me, don't stop, just keep going. Just get over this hump, and everything will work out fine. So that's what I did. So yeah, the adversity for me was definitely school, and just trying to make the team. Just trying to be great. Follow my cousin's footsteps.
So aside from the adversities, describe a memorable moment while playing at Kutztown.
Memorable moment for me was when I made the team. That was one, and then I earned a starting position my senior year. I think so. Yeah, if I remember correctly. And then my senior year, I broke the school record for the longest run in history. So that was a big icing on the cake for me. That was big for me. Just coming from where I came from, just persevering through all that, and then actually breaking the school record. That was it was big for me. So.
Describe your level of confidence that you possess coming from a D2 school such as Kutztown into the professional league.
To be honest with you guys, at first, I was always confident. I always knew that I was going to be in the NFL or CFL, wherever I was going to be, but NFL was always my dream. So I just thinking about it, my level of confidence was at an all-time high. And then when I got picked up by the Jets, it kind of went down a little bit, seeing the other guys, and then coming from a small program and then being in the big leagues, and, seeing your dream come true, and you're there, and it's like, it kind of went down a little bit, and I got my opportunity. I played against the Giants. You can see on film that I was a little timid. I wasn't really ready for that particular limelight. So I can say, but now, just from experiencing that and knowing what it takes and what you have to do, my confidence is at 1,000 right now. I just feel like I can do whatever I put my mind to. I know I can do it. Can't nobody tell me different.
So many people may not realize the competitive environment in the CFL that provides a platform for players to make an NFL roster. Mm-hmm. Describe this fight getting into the NFL.
Man, long days, long nights. Went to a place called Test Football Academy in New Jersey with my boy Anthony Kelly. We grinded every day. Lifting weights, combine prep, training for the 40. Bench press, running routes, doing things I've never really normally done, because I was always a lackadaisical type of person, and then finally getting my opportunity to possibly get picked up in the NFL, I saw that I had to put in more work than I've ever done. So, like I said, it was a lot of work to get to where I was, but like I said, perseverance, I saw the bigger picture. So no matter what work I had to do and what was in the middle, I just had to do it. It was just tunnel vision from there. So.
Describe your experience living in Canada. Depending upon that experience, could you see yourself staying if you had a future career in the CFL?
I got asked this question a few times. CFL is fun. I really love it. You know, it's a different game. I had to learn it when I first went up there. The people are great, especially my city that I'm at in Calgary. The people are amazing. My coaches are amazing. Everybody's up there is amazing. It's a fun game. You know, would I stay there? I can't. Probably not, because you know home is where the heart is. So my dream is, you know, to be home and, you know, playing in, you know, the NFL. That's always been my dream. But if CFL becomes something that I have to do, then down the road maybe I'll stay there, but I'm not sure yet. So probably not.
Which NFL teams did you try out for, and describe this experience?
I tried out for the Giants and the Jets. I went to rookie camp with the Giants, and then I went to mini camp with the Jets, and that was great. You know, the Jets facility is beautiful, Giants facility is beautiful. All the coaches were great. I learned a lot from my position coach, from the head coach, from the special teams coach. I learned a lot from each one of them, and then actually putting on the helmet. You know, growing up, those are my home teams. I'm from New Jersey, so you know you could see teams like you could see the Giants and the Jets. You always like dream of playing for them, and actually putting on the helmet was like a dream come true for me. So yeah, it was great time.
So what is your why in your personal life and in football?
My why is definitely my mom. You know, she sacrificed a lot for me, and my mom, my two grandmothers, and my uncles, and my dad and everybody. So, but it's really my mom. You know, she sacrificed a lot. At one point, it was just me, my mom, and my sister, and we struggled for a long time. And you know, I always told my mom I would you know, make sure she was straight, and I always felt like I had that ability to change my situation, not only for myself but for my family. So my family pushed me, and also my why is I just want to be great. You know, anything I wanted to do, I always wanted to be the best at playing, especially football. Like, you know, I've always been good, but I always wanted to be the best at my position, no matter what level it was. So my why is, you know, my family first, and you know, to be great. You know, that's my why. So
describe what you did to prepare mentally and physically to become a professional football player in the CFL.
Mentally, you know, just my journey alone just prepared me for being in the CFL. Like I said, I went to a junior college in Arizona. There was a point in time we were out there, and we were living with bed bugs and roaches, and that was it was a time, you know, I was, you know, my boy, you know, Tyrone Banks, we slept in the same bed one night, you know, because the bed bugs got so bad at one point, and we bundled up and wore like a lot of layers, and we just like, you know, nothing on that, but you know, we slept like, you know, slept on the same bed or whatever, and the bed bugs was horrendous. So just that, with that mental toughness, because at that time I wanted to quit, go home, and I told myself I couldn't. So, you know, just from that, and then going to Kutztown and fighting with position, you know, trying to get my position and everything else, it just fighting my whole life just got me prepared for this, you know, for this moment right here. So
name a few goals and aspirations that you have on and off the field.
Right now, my goal right now is to be Rookie of the Year of the CFL. That's my goal. I want to earn a starting spot up for the Calgary Stampeders. That's my goal, my short-term goal. Also, I want to, you know, help my team get back to a Grey Cup that we were in last year. A short-term goal, yeah, that's my short-term goal. A long-term goal for me is, you know, to get back in the NFL. That's my biggest dream as a kid. That's all I ever wanted. Also, to make sure my mom's straight. You know, I want to buy her a house, car, everything. I just want to give her the world. So that's all that's all I'm worried about. That's all I want to do. So that's, you know, that's my why once again. So.
What advice would you give to younger football players on the rise who aspire to play professional ball?
I would tell them, never, don't let anybody tell you can't do something. You know, people told me a lot of times I couldn't do it. I couldn't make it to NFL because I had a really bad GPA coming out of high school, and I had a really bad GPA coming out of junior college. And a lot of people counted me out, so I would tell the young kids, you know, don't let nobody tell you nothing. You know, if you have a dream, you want to do something, you do it. You just stick with it. A lot of consistency, perseverance. You know, just like I said, consistency is key. You can't really want it, you got to do it. Each day in and day out, eat, sleep, whatever it is that you want, do it. And don't do anything to jeopardize that, because, you know, this could have been a couple times where I could have fell off my path. But stick to the path, stay consistent, you know, and persevere through anything and stay focused.
Describe your upbringing and any high school experience that led you to where you are now.
My upbringing was, you know, I lived with my mom in New Jersey for a while, and then I ended up moving with my grandmother in New Jersey, and then that didn't work out because I wasn't level-headed in middle school and in high school. So he moved me down to Virginia, where I lived with my grandmother and my dad for a while. That was hard in itself. I went to a high school called Cosby High School in Midlothian, Virginia. Then I moved back. You know, I moved back so many times, back and forth, because my mom and dad were never together. And then I went back to Virginia, and then I went to alternative school down there, and I ran track, and I won the 100 meters in middle school for track, and then I just stuck with football, and then I did really well in high school, and then, you know, going from there, I had Arizona State looking at me. They wanted to bring me in, but my GPA was not even a point something coming out of high school, and they sent me to Phoenix College, which is in Arizona, and then just from there, you know, I just didn't do well either. My main focus was just football. It's always been football, but, you know, the school aspect of it, you know, plays a major role, which I'm learning now. So, yeah, that was rough in itself. Just, you know, living with my grandmother and then being in different areas and then having to be, you know, the new kid at school a lot. So that was hard for me, but it also helped me become, you know, a lot more mature and being able to be a man in essence. Because if I was able to move around and meet new people and just stay the same person I always was, you know, going to different cities like Calgary or playing for the Jets or wherever I go, like, I'm always comfortable because I'm so used to moving around. And my name is Terry Goods Williams, straight out of Jersey, pro running back for the Calgary Stampeders, and I'm with Rising Athletes, and we on the rise.